Hello Morris Knolls, and welcome back to the 2023-24 season of News from the Nest. We are excited to bring you new content with a new team.
This show will include recaps on some of our fall sports teams and their achievements this year. We're on track for a great year of sports and events. Let's get rocking and rolling.
Knolls has always been known for its success in football. For so many years, Coach Regan has been leading this team to victory. Sadly, this year was his final season coaching the Golden Eagles. Let's touch down into this legendary season.
This year, the Morris Knolls Eagles ended their season with a 6-4 record and finished third in their division.
Even though the Morris Knolls were placed in a tougher bracket, they still currently have a 60% win rate in the season so far.
We interviewed one of their running backs, Jaden Kroger, to get more information on how the team feels about their years playing.
We got to the second round of the playoffs. That's pretty good. Same place we got last year.
The head coach of the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles is Coach Bill Regan, who has been coaching Knolls for 49 years. Coach Regan teaches his famous strategy called veer offense to help his team win. This technique is really effective because of how hard it is to defend against it, and the fact that it's helped them win so many games.
I mean, yeah, it works a lot. I mean, we went like 6-2 this year.
The famous veer tactic helped Knolls hammer Colonia in the first round of states last year, 35-14. The defending side has to choose to defend against the quarterback, the dive back, or the halfback.
At some point, they know what we're doing.
That gives the offense 3 solid options to gain yards, and it all falls in the QB's read of the situation.
It's just hard to score touchdowns. Before the Morris Hills game, we didn't have a single touchdown in the second half. So, I mean, obviously we got to change something up, but we could have done the same thing.
Jaden Kroger scored a pair of touchdowns to lead Morris Knolls in a 30-0 road win over Morris Hills and Rockaway. Other players also performed well this year, such as Michael Knack with 294 passing yards, Josh Hobaugh with 3 sacks, and Tyler Brooks with 726 rushing yards, and Kyle Hardy with 3 interceptions.
Regardless of this year's playoff turnout, the Golden Eagles still had an incredible season. And this is Kyler, Sid, Tom, and Austin reporting for News from the Nest.
Coach Regan will live on in our school's history forever. With an overall record of 280 wins, he has cemented a legacy in Morris Knolls. MK Sports were on fire this fall as the football team was not the only team to have a successful season.
Morris Knolls boys soccer kicked it up a notch during this year's season. They performed as a team and helped each other win. The successful season leading into a long run sadly came to an end. The returning seniors built a family for the underclassmen. Let's kick it off to Joe, Ben, and June to see how they did.
The 2023 boys varsity soccer team displays what it means to be a Golden Eagle. They were a team based on hard work, talent, and friendship.
What we set our mind to and the way that we worked in those games were definitely positives to reflect off of. And I think being close as a team is definitely important.
The team worked on and off the field to help them advance to the state quarterfinal round.
Coach Magavero has been coaching for 27 years and has seen a lot of players come through. But one thing that is consistent is their hard work and dedication to the team.
I think we had a great season. We had 13 wins, much success. Definitely some games that were very close that we were in. We were in every single game. Players went on to earn all Morris County, all conference, and all state. So overall, it was a good, solid year.
Started preseason fairly early, built connections and team chemistry.
They had high expectations for the season and finished 12-8 and made it to the second round of the states.
What can they use from the defeat in the states to move forward? Even though the season ended earlier than expected, things are looking for good next season.
We definitely had goals, obviously county and state championships that we didn't fully meet, but I think that what we set our mind to and the way that we worked in those games were definitely positives to reflect off of. And I think being close as a team is definitely important because, everyone, you're all in a team together, so you don't want it to break and you don't want it to fall off.
The captain says the future looks good for the Golden Eagles. The underclassmen learned how to be a team and how to talk to one another and be close to one another and find out how we can be as a family.
I think towards the end of the season, all the positives were at the end, and making it to the state quarterfinal and losing wasn't ideal, but I think the way that we went out was positive because we went out with confidence, and we definitely worked our hardest in that last game.
We had goals we wanted to meet. We made county semis, which were the first times in a long time for Knolls. Quarters and states, just like last year. So we didn't reach our end goals, but we had a good run in both competitions, and I think being close as a team is one of the most important things, because if you're not close off the field, you're not going to be close on it. So chemistry is important.
The outgoing seniors really demonstrated the importance of unity. We can only wait and see how they prepare for next year, but with their companion to the team, they will only do great things. This has been Joseph Ferrante, Yoon, and Ben Orante reporting from News from the Nest.
This has been one of the best seasons for the boys soccer team in a long time. We hope that the underclassmen can step it up next year and the years to come.
All right, let's speed things up and get back on the trail. Everybody at Morris Knolls has been talking about the trailblazing, grass grazing, and most amazing cross-country team in 17 years. Let's take a look back at how it happened.
After strong and impressive performances by their runners, Morris Knolls qualified for the cross-country state meet for the first time since 2006.
This was the best season since the Reinhardt era, racking up an impressive 4-1 record at dual meets. The team attributes their success to rigorous hard work and months of 6-day-a-week training. Reinhardt said that the team motto is, "Consistency is key." The runners who have made the most progress all year ran all summer and made sure to compete at the scheduled run on their weekends. During the regular season, Luke Shaglin ran an extreme 45 to 50 miles a week.
At sectionals, Shaglin made history by beating the Greystone 5K record, previously held by his father, Seth Shaglin. After crossing the finish, Shaglin pointed at his father and exclaimed, "Yes, yes, I beat you, Dad." Shaglin placed third at the state meet and is now moving on to the next, most elite level of competition. How did you get involved with cross country?
My dad was a big track and cross country guy. So was my older brother. So it was kind of just inevitable that I'd start running it.
What do you credit with your first place finish at sectionals?
It felt great. I would honestly give all my credit to my coaches. I think they've done a lot for me, and I really do appreciate it. And of course, there's also that natural talent that I can't deny that's there.
Now, how are you feeling specifically heading into groups?
A little nervous. I was talking with Coach Drew today. He was talking about how I actually might have a shot at it. As long as I just stay a little bit behind the Peyton Shute, who will most likely win. As long as I stay a little bit behind him and then make my move, be strategic, I could seriously win it.
That's great. Well, thank you for this interview, Luke. This has been Jake Nauheimer reporting for News from the Nest.
Man, I'm going to miss that
After
Luke
strong
Shaglin.
and impressive...
He really was the heart and soul of Morris Knolls cross country this year. However, we at News from the Nest are very excited to see what's on the horizon for him and wish him the best at Tennessee State. We're also excited to see what Aryam Pethe, Connor Stevenson, and Sean Sofield can accomplish alongside Coach Reinhardt next season.
Not only did cross country kill it, so did volleyball. We totally digged this season. Coach Curcio and the girls strove towards victory, but did they make it? Here's a recap of the Morris Knolls girls varsity volleyball season.
The girls varsity volleyball team finished their normal season 17-7 and made it to the Section 1 Group 3 championships in their postseason games.
The ladies quickly advanced to the NJSIAA tournament. They defeated Wayne Hills 2-0 victory in the first round, Roxbury 2-1 victory in the quarterfinal round, Wayne Valley 2-1 victory in the semifinals, and Northern Highlands 2-0 loss in the finals. Players that stood out and made an impact on the team were seniors Sophia Venenchek and Grace Peters, juniors Abby Mackey, Lacey Merez, and Bree Finley, and sophomore Olga Rostek.
In the final game against Northern Highlands, there were 10 kills, 2 blocks, 28 digs, 10 assists, and 10 service points. In the Wayne Hills game, they had 17 kills, 16 digs, 18 assists, and 32 service points. 5 kills and a block came from Sophia Venenchek, 5 digs each coming from Grace Peters and Bree Finley, 16 service points coming from Abby Mackey, and 7 coming from Grace Peters.
We had the chance to interview Coach Curcio. She has been the head coach for 8 years. She stated one of the reasons for the girls' success was the team is a very close-knit group of friends, which helps the team to be successful. They learn on each other and play for each other. They honestly take turns when it comes to motivating one another and picking each other up. It really depends on the day. Our seniors are certainly leaders on and off the court, and they push and drive and set the example of what needs to be done.
Seniors Sophia Vanenchek and Grace Peters told us that they were a really motivational team overall. I think collectively, all of us seniors have really been motivating since we have a lot of underclassmen playing up on varsity. And we really try to pick them up and keep them in the right mindset and headspace to play their best during the games.
Here are some players' high performance stats for the 2023 to 2024 season. Abby Mackey with 120 kills this season. Lacey Merez leads in the amount of blocks with 33 blocks. Grace Peters has the most assists and service points this season with 184 assists and 173 points. Bree Finley has 245 digs, and Olga Rostek has 154 digs in total.
In the Wayne Hills game, Morris Knolls won the first set, lost the second, and came through to win the third set. 7 kills came from Lacey Merez, 6 from Mary Nolan and Abby Mackey, and 4 from Olga Rostek. 2 blocks came from Lacey Merez and Mary Nolan, 52 digs in total, 24 assists. Grace Peters had 16 of them. 36 service points. Out of those, 13 of them came from Abby Mackey and 9 from Olga Rostek. 9 aces were counted in total.
Although there are 5 graduating seniors this season, we're looking forward to the leading juniors in the 2024-2025 season. This has been Emma Casper,
Jaden Chulo,
Rihanna Hutchinson, reporting for News from the Nest.
All of the Morris Knolls athletics did amazing this year, but volleyball really made a mark, making it to the finals after working hard through the NJSIAA tournament. Although they lost, they played well collectively as a team. We will all miss the graduating seniors next year, but we are still excited for the 2024 to 2025 season. Now, let's see what's happening at Knolls in the coming weeks.
In the holiday spirit, the FCCLA are collecting new pajamas for the foster care children of Morris County. They're also collecting new or slightly used books and stuffed animals, so every kid has a gift this year. Spread some holiday cheer and donate to the FCCLA. Drop-offs are being accepted in room A18, A31, or at the main office. Thank you for tuning in our first episode of News from the Nest.
Our team in Block 1 TV production has been working hard to provide you with news on everything happening in and around Morris Knolls.
Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page and to keep up to date with everything Knolls related. We are already working on some fresh news stories for the new year.
Stay tuned for our next show on January 8th. Have a happy winter break and a happy new year. This has been the best from the Nest.